All right. So the Justin Jefferson contract, we talked about this last week when Jalen Waddle got his new contract. We said this is going to, culminate in Tyreek Hill needing a new contract. And we had mentioned Justin Jefferson being one of the guys that when he gets his contract, it's going to push Tyreek Hill even further down the list on, high paid wide receivers.
Yes.
So
he led the league in receiving yards.
There's no question. He's, maybe, yeah. I mean, listen,
guy.
This is going to get done.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. But here is Josh Moser. Josh Moser on WSVN 7. He has Drew Rosenhaus on as a frequent guest. So I'm guessing this was last night, probably the Sunday Night Sports Final.
I don't know, because wasn't the Justin Jefferson contract today? Wasn't that announced today?
So maybe he talked with Drew today.
He probably just set up a call. Earlier today after the news.
Here is Drew Rosenhaus. You're going to hear Josh Moser asking the question first, which is the obvious question: what does this mean for Tyreek Hill? And here is Drew Rosenhaus and his answer.
That brings us to your client, Drew. Tyreek Hill. He was the highest paid receiver when he joined the Dolphins in 2022. It's been back-to-back Pro Bowl years, arguably still the best receiver in the game, but now he's out of the top 5 highest paid. So how much can you push to get him more money, especially now that the Xavier Howard cash is off the books for the Fins?
Let's just say it's safe to acknowledge that I've been in touch with Chris Greer and Brandon Shore of the Dolphins. I certainly have a fluid line of communication with them, and I've shared with them how Tyreek feels. And I'll also reiterate that Tyreek has said that he would love to finish his career here with the Dolphins. So without getting into any more specifics, the Dolphins know how we feel.
That's going to get done. That's going to get done because Drew would take a vastly different approach if he thought it wasn't going to get done.
To try to put something out in the media.
He was very friendly. Hey, we've let them know, and we've got an open line of communication, and he wants to be here for the rest of his career. Like, that would have sounded completely different if Drew thought that he had to play hardball, because Drew knows how to play hardball.
Yeah, and the same regime went and got Tyreek and gave him money and used assets to go get him.
And he's been everything you wanted him to be. So
the best receiver in the league. That's the only thing. We talked about it with Jalen Waddle's contract. The only thing is when it's not, and I love Tyreek Hill. He's amazing. You have to play the game of when does he slow down? When is Tyreek not the best receiver anymore? Do you give him a 5-year deal? He's already in his 30s. Like Justin Jefferson is 25. He's going to play for he's going to have another 7-8 years of good ball. The only thing is Tyreek's age that people have to worry about. But I'm saying that on the devil's advocate side of it. You have to give Tyreek Hill his damn money for what he's been doing for this team, for this offense. Fits perfectly. Tua's favorite target. Man, let's get it.
And then Pat McAfee today, when he wasn't talking about white bitches, Pat McAfee today.
That's where you were going.
No.
I was going to log off. I was about to log off.
A funny world we live in. It really is. A funny world we live in. Pat McAfee today had Adam Schefter on at the golf course, by the way. Schefter was playing golf, and he took some time out to do a FaceTime. Which I like. I like when somebody's just not, sitting in front of a bookshelf like we are right now. I like when they're out on the golf course, as long as it sounds good. Mm-hmm. And so Pat McAfee asked Schefter about a contract for Tyreek Hill, what the Justin Jefferson contract means, so on and so forth. Here's what Schefter had to say.
Well, I think that the Dolphins are going to figure out a way to adjust Tyreek Hill's deal. Now, I don't know if they're going to tear up the deal and give him a whole new deal, but I think that deal will get adjusted and that Tyreek Hill will wind up getting additional benefits, concessions, salaries, money from the Dolphins to bring him further in line to the receiver that he is. I think that the Dolphins know that that's coming. They obviously took care of Jalen Waddle, knowing that they'll also have to take care of Tyreek Hill. You remember the Philadelphia Eagles in the span of a week getting done both Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, knowing that Justin Jefferson was coming on this deal, and basically that deal gets done. And I think that the Eagles got 2 receiver deals done, and now the Dolphins know that they're in a position that they'll be able to get 2 receiver deals done with Tyreek Hill next.
So none of this is a surprise, and obviously, if we knew it when the Jalen Waddle contract happened, Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel and everyone in the Dolphins front office, they knew it as well before they signed the deal with Jalen Waddle. So none of this is a surprise, and I imagine it'll get done soon.
Yeah, and it's not, Hawk, not just with the being involved in all the trade talks, but just having the problem of having 2 top 5 receivers.
Not a bad problem.
Having the problem of having a quarterback that's about to make $250 million, like that is, I look at it as a positive. I know honestly, it's a headache for Chris Greer, to be honest, but just look at Adam Schefter's talking about the Dolphins getting 2 top 5 receivers paid. That's the best thing. That's why I would say Chris Greer has done a great job. We had to let Christian Wilkins go. He would have made $110 million. We had to let Robert Hunt go. He would have made $100 million. Yeah, they are acquiring talent.
You Rabbit Hunt. You call him Rabbit Hunt?
Call him Robert Hunt.
Sounded like Rabbit. Sounded like Rabbit Hunt to me.
Is it Lanier?
We let Rabbit Hunt go, huh?
Rabbit Hunt got $100 million. You had talent to this roster, but I love.
You think Robert Hunt's parents at any point after his birth considered naming him Rabbit Hunt?
If they're Funbell Glades.
In Immokalee, that conversation has been had.
Yeah, I don't like Robert, baby. Go with Rabbit.
Should we do a quick unplanned Jack Daniels make it count moment? Should we give it to Justin Jefferson? Because the dude just got paid, and that means other people are going to get paid. Yes. You have a make it count moment? Let's do this real quick. Make it count moment.
Let's get to today's Make It Count moment, sponsored by Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels has always made whiskey, but there's one thing Jack can't make more of: moments. Those are on us to create, so make sure you're making the most of every moment we have. Make it count. Jack Daniels, please drink responsibly.
We were going to give it to the manager at Regatta, but Justin Jefferson has just eclipsed him right at the end of the race.
$35 million a year for a receiver. Justin Jefferson has now helped out everybody else. Because you A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Jalen Waddle, Nico Collins, Michael Pittman got paid. Calvin Ridley got paid. And Justin Jefferson said, okay, fellas, hold my beer. And he went and got $35 million a year at a receiver. I would never have thought that receivers would be making $35 million a year. He's 24 years old. He got damn near maybe a decade of good football left in him, and he is a monster. Jamar Chase is next. There's a bunch of guys that are about to get set off this, and the first one's Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill has made Justin Jefferson the make it count moment because now he's about to renegotiate. I never thought I'd see $35 million a year at a receiver. Justin Jefferson, you did your thing, bro. You made it count, and now you're going to be counting for a long time.
Nobody call Mark Clayton or Mark Duper today because they were just about 40 years too late. They were.
I know what Duper's going to say. Man, F y'all young boys, man. Ain't nobody worried about y'all. Y'all don't know real football.